top once again, yeah. I had to tighten the plan, yeah. I got it right in the end, now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot.
To kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now first down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up.
27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 73 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Vick operating on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. George Kittle, 49 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on second down. Vick. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On third down, Vick out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick. And this is incomplete.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous.
And how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Vick with a give to Sanders. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Barry Sanders.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Another Saints first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Ravens nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
It's not surprising when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. couple. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
It is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Ravens 8, Saints 7. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Vick. Well, that's complete to Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 41, Vick. And he'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Well, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Julio Jones, 27 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game.
Score Saints 14, Ravens 8. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Room here to run. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Cooks on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
First down, Vic. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. The 20, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
22, Ravens 15. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Way in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, being practice sessions, right here, 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Taking over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Barry Sanders.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Baltimore.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jackson on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Steve Atwater with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. The Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on in this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Third down and goal to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Vick. Incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Vick to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Vick. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Tonight's final score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them all on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot, but Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
48-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
That's good.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Andre Johnson, 51 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he is going to lose yardage here. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Elvis Dumervil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The give is to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
7, but it's 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
48-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first down, it's Sanders. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
First quarter.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Ravens 14, Ravens 6. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Sanders. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The 46-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
24-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 16, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Jackson dancing to his left. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Tyreek Hill set to return it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play callers just feed.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
Yeah, now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And Sanders has got it complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's now 4th down and goal.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 89 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Sly set to boot it. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah. Look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where am I alone? Not on the phone.
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now, there's two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick. Unsuccessfully.
From the 44, Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And this one caught by Max Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run. It's Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line. That's the end of the first
second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
28-yard gain.
That's good for 28 yards.
Baltimore.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson dancing to his left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, Charles, glancing back to week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league, and the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, CD, unfortunately, some somber news across the league in week 2 coming from New England Patriots running back James White, because his parents were in a car crash, and his father, Tyrone, captain of the Miami-Dade Police Department, passed away in that accident, and his mother, Lisa, also sustained critical injuries. So it was obviously a tough one. James White did not play in the game on Sunday, but we did see the outpouring of support from around the National Football League and how this really is one big family.
Yeah, he was really embraced, as you mentioned, by the National Football League. We saw social posts from plenty of players around the league, including Tom Brady, former teammate of his with the New England Patriots. We saw an outpouring in terms of, other guys around the league. J.J. Watt, who played with him in college at Wisconsin. And not only that, how about his own teammates? Devin McCourty scored a touchdown against Seattle and ran up and told the camera, "Hey, 2-8, we're thinking about you. We love you." And the rest of the guys chimed in from there. And the Patriots organization offered to fly him home on the private jet.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they had 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And Kittle catching the slant. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The Broncos.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard
The
line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 41, Jackson forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Barry Sanders, the ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Push it back. Mike 48.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they're able to work this.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same.